Alright. We're going to start this guy's arc now. I just need to refigure out keys keep reflubrating themselves on their own. It's now a word. Because apparently just said something when I didn't want him to do so. Oh, right. So that's what that does. I'm not doing that then. Bear with me. That's a key I don't use very often. I use all of them. Yeah, that did something with Fraps. But never mind. Let's go. We're on a schedule. Yeah, can't make this too long. Otherwise it'll take forever to upload. Hopefully the game sound won't be too over the top again. It probably will. I've set it to like 5%. And knowing my luck, that won't make a bit difference. And this probably wasn't the best time to record because now the internet is just going downhill. I mean, I have no idea why nobody else is on the internet at this current moment in my house. I am the only person using the internet in my house right now. I don't know. Someone told me it's like in wireless internet was faster. You know who you are. And look at this. This is not faster. This is anything but faster. This is the opposite of fast. I mean, we're supposed to be on a pretty good deal as well. It's probably because I got Fraps running. That's probably it. Anyway, back to the game. Those guys are Arachnos. They're kind of like a main villain group in the game. You can see the spider theme. These guys aren't too hard. They're wolf spiders. They're like dead basic soldiers. That's Attack Ops. He's like squad leader. He has a mace which shoots lasers. They can be a bit more difficult because they have like 3 different attacks, whereas most the lieutenants for the Skulls and Hellions only have a single attack for their lieutenants. And he has a very high chance to hit, which is very annoying. But as you can see, I just chop them up in a few hits. They spawn very fast around here, so you have to watch what you're doing. That's no problem for me. Bam. He's down. Some people say I'm cheating by using these sets, because they're sets that go very well together. Most people with first characters, and I leveled up again, most people with first characters aren't usually so well done with sets. I suppose you can't go wrong with a fire and fire blaster. They're pretty much one of the hardest hitters in the game. Range, certainly. It's worth looking at the forums to see if there are any sort of like trends. You'll see that brutes are the trend because they combine survivability and damage into one lovely archetype. Stalkers also quite good since they can stealth. Not very good for escort missions. When you do escort missions, you get slapped with this debuff which turns off your stealth basically. And there's something which violated copyright so badly. I mean, like, that hurt. I mean, this City Heroes, it's not City of Marvel. Honestly. I know somebody said, oh, don't get worked up about it. You know, it doesn't affect you. It's like, well, yeah, it affects the game. It makes it look bad. That, and just have some like, you know, originality. I mean, you know, how many characters would you see like this one here? Not many, I imagine. You'd see some because, you know, the typical that's always been done before. But Incredible Hulk, come on. I mean, you could do a character who's a bit like the Incredible Hulk, you know, who where he gets angry he does get bigger, but that doesn't mean he's the Incredible Hulk. When he's green and called something like Bob Boehner, then yes, that is just the Incredible Hulk, who you've ripped up and just okay. I'm ranting now. I'm ranting. I should stop ranting. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the trainer to get some new abilities. I could have gone at level 5, but all you get are enhancement slots. They're not particularly amazing at this level, but I'll have to explain them when I get to them anyway. But I'm going to get a new ability. Up to about level 33, you get a new ability every 2 levels, which is good. This is the level up screen. This is where you put your enhancements. As you can see, I've already put 2 into stamina. Stamina is very important. It boosts your recovery rate, which is how quick your endurance regenerates. Very important. It's good to always put 2 slots in there. But I can put 2 in any of here, and I think I'll put it in Beheader and Chop. Very nice. Now I can choose... oh, hello, new contacts. Don't care about them. What do I want? Fast healing. I can get pool power. This is like travel powers and other sort of things, but since he's a natural, I don't imagine he'll be flying. So let's give him an attack. Let's make him strong. Let's make him hit, like, you know, a lot and hard, and probably use up all of his endurance. See, there's a problem with using that. This one here, this one I'm pointing at. This one gives me a chance to knock down with my attacks, but all of my abilities do knock down. I'll just put it on anyway. What it means is that when he attacks with that, if the proc happens, they won't just get knocked down, they'll get ragdoll away. It'll be quite funny. I'll just sell all my unwanted enhancements here. When the number goes red, it means it's either too high level to use or too low level to use. You get new ones at every like 2, so like at level 12, level 22, level 32, and at every 7, so every level 17, 27, 37. That's when you can renew them. So that's pretty much every 7 levels, I guess. No, 7, 5, whatever. But it's important to keep them renewed because the power difference is noticeable, but not necessarily at this level. The enhancements you get at this level are quite naff. They don't really do much for you, whilst at higher levels they're very important. And then there's inventions, but they're another new thing, like another thing altogether. And I missed my first attack, lovely. And he went flying, lovely. That guy there's a scaled down boss just for here. They're usually quite tough when they're a boss level. I'd love to show you like fighting a boss solo, but this guy's just not ready for that. I mean, he's good, I'm gonna be wrong, but without some sort of like hold protection, he'll probably die in a few hits. That won't be good at all. Right, he's built up enough fury now to one-shot them. This is good. So you can do stuff like that. Golf swing them away. It is one reason to play this game. It is for the ragdoll physics. Some people complain about knockdown, like, oh, I hate having to run after them. I think it's hilarious. Because there are some abilities where you target the floor, and it puts like a patch of fire there. So if somebody knocks them all out with there, you're going to be a bit annoyed. But you know, that's just the game. Knockdown's just this thing. I doubt it'll disappear. Lots of people want it to. Or like, well, I suppose one of the suggestions was give the option to turn knockdown off for your own character. Oh yeah, you can do that for your own character, but hey, let me have my fun. Bit like the... nah, better not. I'm talking about city heroes here. That wasn't one of the ones I needed to get, but I beat him up anyway. It's probably when they play brute. You just attack everything. You don't care what your objective is, you just attack. That is the brute's only plan, attack. He will only stop attacking when there's nothing left to attack, where then he will look for something to attack. That's basically it. I need to find these hidden explosives, but they've aggroed on me from a mile away, which they shouldn't, because they're quite low level. Yeah, these are low level though, so that's why I'm beating them up in a hit. As you see, their names are in blue and green, which means I'm getting much less experience from them, and my abilities are doing more damage. The knockback effect is stronger. Whereas if they were my level, they wouldn't be getting knocked back all the time. They'd be knocked down, sure, but that's about it. Do my attacks do minus defense? No, they don't. Broadsword does that. Where's the last one? You know what? I can't actually remember. I think it's over here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Those are pylons. They're in the next mission. They just reused the Ricti pylons. Ricti are these aliens who will show much later. It seems kind of lazy that they're just using these instead of making their own models for Arachnos pylons. I mean, it might as well just have a big banner on it saying totally not Ricti. It's like, the description for them is that they've repurposed them. It's like, yeah, alright, cool. But wouldn't you like want to make them look pretty, so that people don't mistake them for Ricti pylons? I don't know. Arachnos do some questionable things. Not just in like science or military, but just in like fashion. They do look quite good though, as like generic sort of villain goons. At high level though, they are actually quite nasty, and you should probably not avoid them, but be careful, because they start using like 1,000,001 different damage types and loads of debuffs. They become a force to be reckoned with. I'm just getting bogged down by all these things spawning too fast. I want to power through this thing, damn it. Oh, I want them to fly away. There might be one up here which isn't guarded. Ah, flop it. I'm just gonna. Oh, this nice placing, Jim. Nice placing. We'll just we'll put this inside the truck. Nobody will be any the wiser. They already have a mole on the inside. Oh dear. Guess I'll just have to go beat them all up. Oh wait, no, I'm a hero. And zoning time. My favourite time. State's crotch. This will be getting changed, this thing, so you don't have to look at that guy flexing in your face. I think it could be a new thing they're doing every issue where they're going to change this loading screen. And then you get this loading screen. So you have a loading screen for your loading screen. Your dog. Oh, and say hello to the Arachnos base. Yeah. All their science gubbins. Yeah. We're bad guys. They have their own sort of nation, where they're classed as their own nation. The UN recognise them as that. And they won't let other countries just invade them, despite the fact they are like super evil. They've threatened the world more than once, and they're just like, you know what, guys? I think we should just let them. It's like, no, don't, because that would be no fun, wouldn't it? You do have some style issues. I mean, it looks menacing, surely, but practicality. I mean, they have these women called widows, like some elite soldiers who wear high heels. Can you imagine walking across that in high heels? I mean, nightmare. Don't know how anyone does it. Another brilliant guard there. the AI do some unusual things. They don't properly recognise like ledges, so they will just walk off the edge of a ledge. You can't die from falling damage in this game though. No matter what your health is, if you fall off something high, you will only be reduced to 1 health. There is also anti-one-shot mechanic in place, where an enemy can't defeat you in 1 hit. Like, something could come along now, well, not now, but when I'm at full health, and hit me for 10,000 damage and I'll still be alive. However, if it did 1 more point of damage, then I'd be gone, which is why most bosses do, like, 2 kinds of damage when they attack. Really cheesy. Because of how easy this game gets at the high levels, developers have kind of had to, like, cheat with the enemies a little, like, give them really overpowered debuffs. I mean, I see the logic behind it, but if you're not playing, say, like a brute, which is what these debuffs are aimed at, then you just get stamped on. And that's not fun. Unless, of course, that is your version of fun. Oh, they beat me. Glorious! No, I don't play a game to get beat. I play a game to beat up other things. Here. Dynamic lighting. Big spider symbol on the floor. Going over here. I mean, again, just not looking. You can tell these are just thugs because they just make some really newbie mistakes. I'll handle this. Oh yes, I will. I'll handle it. Yeah, get it? Because I got an axe. I'll handle it. I'm funny. I don't quite noticed, but these things here, they look like spiders. I've only just noticed this, actually. This is a revelation. The whole spider thing does kind of get a bit odd after a while. It's like, spiders, yeah, scary, but most of the time you just bash them with a shoe. I suppose if it were sharks, then you're like, yeah, I'll just flip you over. What are you going to do? I need something, a properly terrifying thing. Maybe a hippo. I mean, those are the most deadly things on the planet. Well, almost. Actually, no, it should just be humans, because they're pretty deadly. Oh yeah, this is a spoiler, so you should have looked away. But, never mind. Oh lol. And you have the choice to kill him or arrest him. I'll arrest him because I'm a hero. Heroes don't kill people no matter how bad they've been. Unless you want to be an angsty kind of hero. Oh, there he goes. Vigilante. You can be a vigilante, but you have to pay for the privilege of being a vigilante. And I win. Forever. And then we get to see some more of that brilliant phasing tech. You just love phasing. It's like, wow, look, the world changed. I was like, yeah, pretty cool. But it's mostly just like, there's some guys here that weren't there before, and there's some guys that were there that aren't there. And I got a badge. Lovely badge. For being cool. What was it? Saviour of Atlas Park. Yep, that's me. And just about anyone else who did that arc. Yeah, badges are kind of like achievements, like you'd have on Xbox or something. There are a lot of badges in the game, and some of them, oh, they're pretty hard to get. Some of them involve grinding, while some of them just involve some really, really grueling tasks, like task forces, which are like dungeons. There are certain task forces where there's a challenge where you and your team have to do it without using any temporary powers, which are like booster sort of powers. You you can pick up or find around. And this is the big one, without being defeated once over your entire team. Now that is easier said than done. Much easier said than done. Oh, depends which one you're doing. If you're doing like the proper endgame one, then good luck. You have to have a properly built team. No one with nerfed build, like gimp builds, unless you know everyone else is pretty good. I've done a few of these. I got one in the first attempt, and I leveled up again. So yeah, this game can give you some nice challenges, or just stamp on your face. Yeah, it can be overly brutal sometimes. Mainly the ambushes it throws at you. In fact, some people call it City of Ambushes. That's that for now. Next time we're going to look at the new feature they added. Well, it's not quite new, it's been there for a while, but it's new in terms of everything else, called the sewer trial. And that should be interesting. And hope you stick around for then. Until then.